Hello, today I am joined by Senator Matt Nielsen. Today we will be discussing the 2008 economic collapse. So in your opinion, Senator, because there are many on this topic, who or what caused the financial collapse of 2008?
Hello, everybody. In my personal opinion, I believe that the Gramm-Leach-Bliley Act of 1999 was responsible for starting this because it was the act that got rid of the Glass-Steagall Act.
For the uninformed, what is the Glass-Steagall Act?
The Glass-Steagall Act separated the investment banking and commercial banking. It was created in 1933 in wake of the 1929 stock market crash to prevent another situation like this from happening.
Predatory lending is often blamed for this crash. Could you quickly go over that for us?
Also, another huge factor that caused this issue was extremely high interest rates and fees when taking out subprime bank loans. These were also being issued to people who couldn't afford to actually pay them off. This also caused many of the homes that the bank financed to become foreclosed.
Not only was the U.S. economy heavily affected by this event, but why was the global economy affected as a whole by this?
Well, as everyone knows, this world thrives on globalization to survive. And to put it figuratively, if you cut off one lifeline, that being the U.S. economy, every other world economy wasn't able to stay up.
Some people say that the government is mostly at blame, and it is not the bigwigs at the top. Why is this?
This is because people like Alan Greenspan have heavy influence in the government, and they are regulated less and less, especially on derivatives, as they become an extremely popular way to make fast money for the ones who know how to play the market.
Speaking of bigwigs, who else is blamed for this financial crisis?
Henry Paulson was the Treasury Secretary in 2006 and also the Chief Executive Officer of Goldman Sachs. His biggest mistakes was letting Lehman Brothers fail and then later pushing Congress for a big bailout bill to bail out Lehman Brothers and other investment banks like Bear Stearns.
How were people given mortgage-backed securities for retirement plans as solid investments if they were extremely risky investments because they were mostly subprime loans?
These mortgage-backed securities were sold as investments because these financial agencies selling these investments paid rating agencies like Moody's and S&P to rate them highly as AAAs.
When all the collateralized debt obligation, credit defaults, and derivatives fell through, who was the company to pay this out?
The AIG insurance company paid all these out but weren't able to because there was so much money, so the government had to step in and bail them all out.
Can you tell us some similarities between the Great Depression and the economic collapse of 2008?
Some similarities between the Great Depression and the economic collapse of 2008 is that in both financial crises, there was an economic bubble that popped. This caused banks to collapse and the stock market to fail.
Now, can you tell us some differences between the Great Depression and the economic collapse of 2008?
One major difference was a tariff on foreign goods from Europe. And a smaller factor that caused this was that there was a major drought around the Mississippi Valley that forced many farmers to sell their farms.
And to fix this total mess, what was the greatest thing that our government did?
Obama passed the Dodd-Frank Act in 2010. He said they needed a sweeping overhaul from the U.S. regulatory system.
This is me and Matt signing off.
Good night, America.